guys, welcome back to my channel. I am taping a bunch of videos all today because again, not a lot of light out here, so I just take it while I can get it. I have another candle review to share with you, plus a bonus at the end for anyone who's been watching me for any time at all. You know what that bonus is about. But if you're new, stay tuned. You'll see the bonus at the end. But first of all, nothing on my nails, but I will tell you what's on my lips, and I'm loving this red. Oh my gosh, I love it. I just hauled this not long ago. This is the first time I've officially worn it on the camera, so it was awesome. It's from L'Oreal. It's from their collection exclusive by Julianne, or Julianne Moore, in her red, in 401 Julianne's Red. They have a bunch of different actresses, but this is the one I chose. Julianne Moore and I have very similar coloring. Although she has red hair, I have red hair tendencies with freckles and lighter skin and things like that. So onwards to the candle review. I have Bath & Body Works 3-wick candle in hot cocoa and cream, and I'm so happy to be able to share this with you. Also happy to, in a sense, to be able to share you my thoughts all the way to the bottom, because I taped this once before and I held on to it for a week and I thought I'd posted it and I didn't, and I deleted it. So anyway, it's totally burnt through, so at least I can give you my entire opinion on this from top to bottom. So before we go any further, I will read to you what Bath & Body Works describes hot cocoa and cream. Decadent milk chocolate, fresh steamed milk, and mini marshmallows. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the packaging. Again, I'm not a huge packaging gal. It's got the Christmas tree lid, which is awesome. I think it's very festive with the star on top. It's great. As far as the packaging is concerned, otherwise, it's okay. I really like the frosted glass. Now, keeping in mind, there's a couple versions of this candle out. When I bought this one, I originally bought 3. I bought 3 of these because I was like 10 out of 10 on cold. Like at the store, the hype was real. I bought 3. And then there was like buy one, get one, and then there was a coupon out. So I bought 4 more and then gave one of those 4 out to as a hostess gift. And then I got 1 more during the Black Friday sale. So I do have a few backups, and thankfully I do. So spoiler alert, I really love this candle. So there are a couple different packagings with this candle now. Both packagings have the same label and the same lid, I think. Some of them may just have the Bath & Body Works plain lid, but I'm not certain. But this one came with the frosted chocolate brown, almost like a semi-sweet chocolate brown glass, where a lot of, and the white wax or creamy colored wax. Whereas a lot of them that have been brought out, like a lot of the hot cocoa and creams that have been brought out since Black Friday, seem to be clear glass jars, like a typical Bath & Body Works jar is, with the chocolate brown wax. So maybe they just ran out of this particular glass, but I do prefer this glass when burning because for some reason it just conducts the conducts the heat more, and it helps with the pulling out process, but we'll get to that. So the packaging is cute. Again, like I said, the sticker's the same for both different versions. I'm not quite sure about the candy cane sitting inside of the nice little mug of hot cocoa. There's nothing peppermint about this at all, but oh well. And there's like holly berries. I mean, it's cute otherwise. I just don't quite understand the candy cane process to the photograph on this, but my own opinion. As far as scent goes, like I said before, this was a 10 for me in the store. I absolutely love this candle. I totally understood the hype. Okay, so let's go down to burn. Okay, one of these burnt. They both burnt really, really well to about halfway. And I can't remember which one because it kind of fixed itself. And I filmed this like over a week ago at this point. I'm gonna say it's probably based on the wicks. It was probably this one that was giving me troubles. It got to be puny wick syndrome, or PWS. There's a lot of sitting on the top of this one. You can sort of tell the difference there. And this one's not too bad. A little bit of sitting, but not as much as this one. This one burnt perfect from top to bottom, like set the same as strength and everything from top to bottom. This one, like I said before, I burned it to about halfway, and I was like, oh, I might have to put it on the melter because it was beyond the point of return, because you're not really supposed to be bringing your candles back after the halfway mark, and it didn't start stinking until just below the halfway. So I put it on my melter, or no, I didn't put it on my melter. I gave it one more hurrah, I gave it one more shot, and it actually fixed itself. But I will say it started stinking like a little like burnt hot cocoa. towards the end. So, so 50-50. I mean, one of them burnt really, really well, all the way from top to bottom. The other one had some issues, but oh well. I think they're both, yeah, they're both the same, I remember correctly. They're both A3s in batch number, which is the last letter and number at the bottom of this. As far as throw is concerned, in this great room, which is it's fairly large. It's a great room. So I felt like these two just did it. Although I love this, like I love the scent of this candle, the strength on the other hand, I could have used a little bit more. I felt that these together were probably only giving me a 7.5 out of 10 for strength. And I mean, it's a gorgeous on cold scent, and the one burnt so well from top to bottom. But the throw itself was not as great as I was expecting or hoping it to be. So I was a little disappointed in the throw, but that's not saying I'm disappointed that I have 5 backups. I think at this point 4 or 5 backups. Would I get more? Would I repurchase? Yes. Although I'm finding when I'm watching on YouTube, a lot of people are saying that the candle like this, but in the clear glass with the brown wax, they're finding that some people have this theory or feeling or experience that the dark wax, like if it was a chocolate brown wax, it doesn't burn quite as well as other colored wax. I don't know. I find right now, because it's cooler temperatures, it's harder to get a pool out. It's better to put your candles in a luminary to keep that heat in. That's this colored jar here. For whatever reason, the Rib Jar collection that came out for 2016 winter, and this jar collection that has these really cool glass jars, they conduct the heat more and they allow for a better pool out of wax when you're burning. If you're in an area like myself where you can experience sub-zero temperatures this time of year, a lot of times your candles won't pool out quite as well or as quickly as they once were in, say, like spring, summer, or early fall. I do find that if you put it around or in a luminary, kind of also helps with that melting process. So that does help. Okay, as you know, I would repurchase. I have repurchased. I loved it. So the bonus with this is kind of to go along with the theme of this packaging, and that there's a candy cane or two on the package itself. I thought I'd melt alongside those candles Peppermint Vanilla Macaroon from Sensationals. I can't get scent descriptions at all online. There is none, but it reminded me, there was like how, for me personally anyway, I'm sure I'm not the only one out there, there are fragrances and songs that just take you back to a certain point in your life. Well, it took me about a week to figure out. I'm like, as soon as I smelled it, I'm like, that totally reminds me of something something from childhood. It took me about a week to figure it out. And even now, I can't really tell you what the brand was or anything. I was about 10 years old, and in my stocking from Santa, I had a lip gloss balm. Like, it was like a lip gloss. It was like a marbly color, purpley, pink marble. And it was like the lip, I don't even have one right around. I have one, but not close to me. And the Nivea lip balms that, the top comes off. It was in that kind of shape, and you turned it up, and it smelled like it was a chocolate peppermint, like a cocoa peppermint. Although this doesn't have a lot of cocoa scent to it, there's and not a lot of peppermint. I don't even know. There's spices in here. I feel that this is a very misleading name for this package. Peppermint Vanilla Macaroon. I'd say I got more bakery and then more of like a vanilla white chocolate. I wouldn't say there is milk chocolate. Oh, and another thing to note for anyone who doesn't know this, I used to work for Rogers Chocolates Canada, which is like one of the premier chocolatiers in this country. They would send their chocolates out to the Queen, and I mean, they're world renowned, and so I know my chocolate. I used to work there when I was in college. That's right, when you're in college and you're starving, you go to a Rogers Chocolates and you go get a job. But yeah, I worked at head office, but downstairs we had an actual shop, which was really quite cool and was haunted in Victoria, British Columbia. Go Google it, Rogers Chocolates, Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. It's pretty cool. But anyway, back to this. It's just a scent memory. It reminds me about 10, 11 years old and about Christmas and all this on the other. And actually quite enjoy the pairing of these. I'm really enjoying finding wax melts that pair well with candles that I'm burning as well. So you guys, that is my review on both the Hot Cocoa and Cream from Bath & Body Works and Peppermint Vanilla Macaroon from from Sensationals. I have 3 more of these. I have, I think, 4 or 5 backups of these. So obviously I'm going to mix these with other things down the road. As always, you guys, thanks for watching. Be safe and have fun.